Well, Lisa, thank you so much for being with us. We pray for you and your family. God bless your husband, obviously, and for his unbelievable service and the ultimate sacrifice of what we think about on Memorial Day and should be thinking about for sure. But, I mean, you're a hero, too, and your children, of course, as well. And good luck with everything. And we're certainly going to promote this as much as possible and be keeping an eye on this and watch it grow. But it's tremendous, especially when you see someone who's been personally affected like yourself, to get the message out there and let people remember what this is all about.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate your support, and your words just really captured it. It's easy to do. Head to the website and just join this sea of blue this Memorial Day with purposeful steps. 1 or 100, it doesn't matter.
Again, that important website, whereblueruntoremember.org. That's whereblueruntoremember.org. Along with promoting Wear Blue Run to Remember, Sarah Palin also posted another Memorial Day message online this past week, a beautiful compilation of Bible verses. Among them, Matthew 6:34, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. And Hebrews 13:6, we can confidently say, the Lord is my helper. I will not fear. What can man do to me? Powerful for sure. Palin added, kicking off Memorial Day weekend, here's to any and all looking for a bridge over troubled waters. Every person on earth encounters those waters. To those, especially fighting hard for our country's good future and perhaps feeling your efforts are futile, cling to these verses on anxiety, disappointment, and unclear vision. And she reminded us of what Billy Graham once said, the Bible is not an option, it's a necessity. Also this past week, a big week for Piper Palin and Trig Palin, not unnoticed by their mom. Governor Palin writing, celebrating the last day of school. What a great day. New chapters in life always unfolding. And she included some wonderful pictures of her star students as well as her niece McKinley, who attends school with Piper. Congrats to all the kids. To see any of the governor's posts in their entirety, visit Sarah Palin's Facebook page. Follow her on Twitter at Sarah Palin USA, and be sure to check out sarahpalinchannel.com.
Now, the Palin Update with Kevin Scholla presents Liberty and Legacy. Here's Tamara Colbert.
It's Memorial Day. Today is a day that we get an opportunity to reflect and remember the incredible bravery, heroism of men and women who've given the ultimate sacrifice to protect and preserve this incredible nation under what? The opportunity for you and I to be free. The opportunity to protect and preserve the parchment known as the Constitution of the United States, and the promise of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for all Americans, regardless of upbringing, regardless of background or pedigree, color, race, religion. It doesn't matter. They've stood for each one of us, and they've stood for the generation that will come, that they may have never known and will have never known. Today we have men and women fighting all over this incredible world to protect and preserve and honor the memories of those who have come before us. We get an opportunity now to stand in the gap for those brave men and women who've given that ultimate sacrifice, not because we feel sorrow or pity, but because we feel free and wonderful to live in this incredible nation. It is time to help our soldiers who are returning from the battlefield so that they feel loved and appreciated and know that what they fought for wasn't in vain. We have men and women coming home who physically come home, but emotionally don't come home. What can you do to serve them? What can you do today to thank a soldier, to get involved with a PTSD program, to write a letter to a soldier, to engage your children into preserving this blessed heritage that we have known as the United States of America, and one of the finest military fighting forces in the history of this nation and in multiple centuries. We can honor them by fighting for what we believe in, by standing up for freedom, and by never surrendering at the foot of tyranny. I ask you to be part of the solution of making America a better place for our children, for our grandchildren, and a better place to honor the duty and the service of those who have paid that ultimate sacrifice and shed their blood for us. On this Memorial Day, thank you. I thank all those soldiers serving, my son who is serving in the United States Air Force, and my father and my uncle and my father-in-law and my husband who have served so honorably. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart and the bottom of my family's heart. We appreciate you, and we will never forget. We will always remember, and we will continue to fight for the freedom that we love in this land. This is Tamara Colbert for Mama Grizzly Radio.
Tamara Colbert in Texas. Tune in for more Liberty and Legacy next week. And to learn about Convention of States, head to conventionofstates.com. Now our weekly commentary, Steel Resolve. Here's Sarah Steelman.
Thanks, Kevin. This week I had the privilege of visiting the 9/11 Memorial Museum for the first time. It truly is an indescribable experience. The folks who put the memorial together did an excellent job of capturing both the horrific sadness and the heroic beauty of that day in September. The facts and the stories were depicted in a way that reminded us of the very personal nature of each individual who died or was affected by the tragic day. What was incredibly amazing about the crowd walking through the museum was that they were totally silent. No one spoke. People were there from all around the world, different nationalities, different religions, different cultures, all silenced by the overwhelming power of that day in history. Two opposing forces silenced that crowd: the courageous sacrifice by the first responders and the magnitude of the evil expressed that day by the terrorist actions resulting in the murder of thousands of innocents. The crowd's respectful attitude was restorative to my spirit. Tomorrow is Memorial Day, a day for us, the living, to express gratitude to those who have given the ultimate sacrifice for us. It is a time to remember their actions, whether it is a fireman climbing 80 flights of stairs to rescue victims from a terrorist act, or a police officer watching the crowd to ensure our family's safety, or a soldier putting her boots on to face another day of danger. They are all willing to give it all for us. On this Memorial Day, I thank you for showing us by your individual acts of courage that we are a good and great nation, able to sustain and overcome the worst acts of evil. This is Sarah Steelman for Mama Grizzly Radio.
Tune in again next week for another segment of Steel Resolve right here on the Palin Update. The Palin Update, including Liberty and Legacy and Steel Resolve, is on demand and available for download. So just head to mamagrizzlyradio.com, pick the show you want to hear, and you can listen anywhere, anytime. Well, that'll just about do it for this edition of the Palin Update on Mama Grizzly Radio. Visit mamagrizzlyradio.com for continuing coverage of Governor Palin. Also, like Mama Grizzly Radio on Facebook and follow along on Twitter at Mama Grizz Radio, at Kevin Scholla, at Tamara Colbert, at Sarah_Steelman, and at 3DSTS. And I'm doing some writing for Breitbart News. Go to Breitbart.com and search Kevin Scholla. I want to thank Sarah Steelman, Tamara Colbert, and everyone here at Mama Grizzly Radio. Thanks to Lisa Hallet, and thank you for listening today. A special thanks to our sponsor, 3D Security and Training Academy. Visit 3DSTA.com. The Palin Update is produced by Lena Anderson, the Andy L. Kramer, and Lori Ann Lewis. Please be sure to join us again next time for another edition of the Palin Update on Mama Grizzly Radio. I'm Kevin Scholla. Have a pleasant day.